If you're hunting for a capture card that promises pristine 4K60 HDR10 recording with ultra-low latency, you've probably bumped into the Elgato 4K60 Pro MK.2. But here's what surprised me. It's not all smooth streaming and flawless gameplay capture as the hype makes you believe. Instead, there are some glaring issues you might want to know before you spend your hard-earned cash. In this review, I'm going to dive deep into what makes the 4K60 Pro MK.2 a double-edged sword. Extraordinary specs on paper, but some frustrating limitations in real life. Ready to find out if it lives up to the premium price tag, or if you'll end up with more buffering than bragging rights. Stay with me, because I'll reveal the truth that no unboxing video dared to mention. Let me start by laying out who this card is actually for. Are you a Twitch streamer aiming to broadcast 4K HDR gameplay without lag? A YouTuber looking to capture stunning footage from your Xbox One X or PS4 Pro? Or maybe a content creator with a dual PC setup who needs 240 Hz pass-through to ensure seamless gaming while recording? If you answered yes to any of these, the Elgato 4K60 Pro MK.2 might look like your dream come true. But what if I told you that dream sometimes turns into a bit of a nightmare? Don't worry, I'm going to get into all the details shortly, and you'll know exactly where it shines and where it stumbles. I'll even share a few laughs along the way, because a little humor is essential when your tech decides to act up at the worst moment. Now, let me tell you a story. I recently tested the 4K60 Pro MK.2 with my streaming setup, ready to push it to the edge. Streaming Twitch sessions with ultra-low latency, instant game view sounds amazing, except when the software decides to crash just before the reveal of a boss fight. Yep, my Elgato decided to take an unplanned nap while I was moments away from glory. It's like ordering a latte but getting instant decaf instead. That frustration is real. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, and it's why you don't just want the specs, you want the real-world experience. Okay, so what exactly do you get with this card? The 4K60 Pro MK.2 is a PCIe capture card designed to record flawless 4K HDR10 footage at up to 60 frames per second. It features ultra-low latency instant game view technology, which is perfect for streaming on Twitch or YouTube. Plus, it supports 240 Hz pass-through, a huge bonus if you're into high refresh rate gaming on a dual PC setup. In theory, it sounds like a beast. A compact card packing massive performance, promising crystal clear capture with no lag in your workflow. And yes, it supports major consoles like the Xbox One X and PS4 Pro, making it versatile. But here's where reality throws a wrench in your stream. Despite the slick specs, a number of users report driver issues and software glitches. Some experience frustrating crashes or notice frames dropping if their PC setup isn't absolutely optimized. How optimized? We're talking high-end CPUs, GPUs, and plenty of RAM. Basically, you need a streamer's dream machine, or you'll be cutting corners on performance. This card isn't plug and play for the casual gamer, and if you're hoping to just pop it in and go, you might be in for a rude awakening. Another problem revolves around heat management. The 4K60 Pro MK.2 runs hot under heavy load, and despite Elgato's fanless design, your PC case airflow better be on point. Otherwise, thermal throttling could impact your capture quality and cause those dreaded frame drops. It's like cooking a steak in a microwave. Not ideal. Now, add to that the issue of multi-app access to your video feed, which Elgato touts as a feature. It's great until apps start competing for the same resource and introduce lag or sync errors. That's not exactly what you want when your chat is waiting, donations are streaming in, and your mid-epic win. Speaking of wins, let's not forget the pass-through feature. The 240 Hz pass-through means your monitor can display high refresh rates while you simultaneously record or stream 4K footage at 60 FPS. That's awesome for competitive gaming, where every millisecond counts. Unfortunately, you can only get this benefit if your entire setup supports it, meaning a compatible monitor, GPU, and motherboard. For many people, that's a big ask. This card digs deep into your pocket, not just for itself, but for an entire ecosystem capable of leveraging all its perks. Still with me? Good, because there's a lot more to unpack. On the bright side, Elgato's ecosystem is widely supported, and the 4K60 Pro MK.2 integrates well with popular streaming software like OBS Studio and Elgato's own game capture software. This creates a relatively streamlined process once you have the tech juice to back it up. The intuitive interface and options for HDR10 capture open creative doors for those who want to push quality beyond standard HD streams. That's something your typical capture card can't touch. But beware, HDR capture demands even more PC horsepower and hard drive space. Recording 4K HDR footage isn't cheap on resources. It's like trying to binge-watch a series and download 10 apps at once, possible but painful if your system's not ready. Now, here's a fun little joke for you to lighten the tech load. Why did the gamer bring a ladder to the stream? Because the gameplay was going to new heights, but their capture card couldn't keep up. Okay, bad joke, but it gets you thinking. The 4K60 Pro MK.2 struggles just enough to make you consider whether you really need 4K capture or if 1080p might suffice until your setup catches up. Back to the Amazon ratings. It holds a solid 4.4 stars, which looks good on paper. However, reading deeper into user reviews reveals a divide. Those with powerful rigs swear by it, praising the low latency and crisp capture. Others, meanwhile, complain about inconsistent driver updates and support hiccups. Some say Elgato's software updates sometimes fix one bug but introduce another, like playing whack-a-mole but with your stream stability. This split indicates the product's experience heavily depends on your existing hardware and patience level. Let's talk price now, a key factor for anyone considering the investment. The Elgato 4K60 Pro MK.2 commands premium pricing, which might feel justified for its technical capabilities. But given the additional costs of upgrading your system to avoid bottlenecks and maximize performance, the total expense rises quickly. Remember, prices can change frequently on Amazon, so I'll leave a link in the description where you can get the best current deal. Don't wait too long though, because in the tech world, yesterday's deal is often today's regret. Here's another joke to keep things rolling. What did the stream say to the lag? You're breaking up with me. Streamers, you know the heartbreak. Trust me, latency issues on a capture card are the digital equivalent of ghosting your online date, unexpected and disappointing. And that's why your setup matters so much. So, to wrap all this up, should you buy the Elgato 4K60 Pro MK.2 or steer clear? If you're a hardcore streamer or content creator running a high-end dual PC setup and want the best 4K HDR capture with low latency, this card is a powerhouse. When everything lines up, hardware, software, network, it delivers pristine quality and reliable performance that'll make your stream stand out. However, if you're a casual streamer or gamer with a mid-range PC, prepare for some headaches. The card's demands may cause crashes, frame drops, or require expensive upgrades that offset its value. Final joke for the road. Why don't capture cards ever get lost? Because they always keep track of the frames. Alright, I'll see myself out. But seriously, if you're ready to invest in a future-proof capture card and are prepared to handle its quirks, the Elgato 4K60 Pro MK.2 is a solid choice. Its blend of ultra-low latency instant game view, 4K HDR10 capture, and 240 Hz pass-through support is unmatched, just not for everyone. In conclusion, this card shines brightest in the right hands. I hope this honest review gave you the insight you need to decide. Remember, high-end gear requires high-end setups. Don't buy it hoping for a magic fix to streaming woes. But if you have the right rig, The 4K60 Pro MK.2 can elevate your content like few devices can. For the best price available right now, check the Amazon link in the description below. Prices change fast, so grab it while the deal's hot. Thanks for watching, and may your streams be lag-free and your captures crystal clear.